Hello and welcome to the latest Eccentric Earth Minisode. This week we're going to be talking about the time New York banned women from smoking.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
The world will little note nor long remember what we say, but it can never forget what they did.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Smoking bans are a common thing in today's society, and more people are coming to view smoking as something unpleasant in public places. However, at the turn of the 20th century, smoking was not only commonplace, but often encouraged. In 1908, New Yorker Tim Sullivan, described as a Bowery moralist and political chieftain by his peers, decided to try and ban smoking, but only for women. At a town hall meeting, Sullivan reassured fellow New Yorkers that his proposed smoking ban wasn't targeted at women in an attempt to control their behaviour. He told the meeting, "I want you to remember that I am not trying to put this ordinance through for the sake of dictating what women should do and what they should not do. Everybody knows that this is bad business." Sullivan felt that proper ladies were offended when other women smoked around them, and believed that banning women from smoking in public places would protect these proper ladies. Uptown there are restaurants all fixed up in gilt and glass that pass under the name of respectable, and these restaurants are going to allow some women to shock other women by puffing cigarettes right out in the dining room. I think this is not for the best interest of the women of this city. It was reported that another man at the meeting named John Henry Smith shook his hand at Sullivan and told him that the idea was nonsensical. Despite public pushback, the Sullivan Ordinance became a municipal law on the 21st of January. The New York Times reported that, after today, it will be against the law for a hotel or restaurant proprietor or anyone else managing or owning a public place to allow women to smoke in public. After a brief hearing yesterday, the Committee on Laws of the Board of Aldermen unanimously approved the Sullivan Anti-Smoking Ordinance and will pass the Board of Aldermen without the slightest doubt. The ordinance did not bar women from smoking in general, nor did the ordinance bar women from smoking in public, only public places. The ordinance also made it clear that it was not illegal for women to smoke in public places, but for the owners of establishments such as bars and restaurants to allow them. The day after the ordinance went into effect, a police officer saw a woman, Katie Mulcahy, striking a match on a wall to light her cigarette outside a restaurant. He ran towards her, trying to get her attention, yelling, "Ma'am, you mustn't. What would Alderman Sullivan say?" When she refused to put out her cigarette, he arrested her. Katie was taken to night court, where she told the judge, "I've got as much right to smoke as you have. I have never heard of this new law, and I don't want to hear about it. No man shall dictate to me." She refused to pay the $5 fine, and the judge jailed her, but she was released the next day. Katie Mulcahy was the only person to be arrested for breaking the smoking ban, and her case was the only time that it was enforced. However, there was enough public backlash against the new law that the mayor at the time, George B. McClellan Jr., vetoed it only 2 weeks later. Thank you for joining us for our latest minisode. If you enjoyed this, you can find us online at Twitter by going to @eccentric_earth. We have a Facebook page at www.facebook.com/eccentricearth, and our Instagram handle is @eccentric_earth. If you want to write in with any suggestions for future episodes or to get in contact for any reason, our email address is eccentricearth@outlook.com. You can find us on all major podcast providers and on YouTube, so please make sure you subscribe so you don't miss an episode and leave us a review. Thank you for listening. We'll catch you all next time.